Hey, welcome to Planet Hex. I'm Andrew Hawnt. With the news that the new Transformers movie is going to be called Rise of the Beasts, I had to come on and say something. I was a huge fan of the Bumblebee movie. I thought tonally and everything about it, it was just great. John Cena was great, Bumblebee was great, Haley Steinfeld was just fantastic as Charlie. That was a great movie. It corrected so many things that the Michael Bay Transformers movies didn't just get wrong, but kind of bulldozed through with giant explosions and way too much CG. But anyway, yeah, Bumblebee was great. And this next film, Rise of the Beasts, is going to take place in 1994, apparently. So I'm just going from the information I've got off the net from reading up on this movie announcement. Yeah. It's going to bring the Beast Wars characters to the Transformers movie universe. So, like Optimus Primal and so on. There's a lot to go on. There's a lot happening in this film by the sound of it. So what have we got? It's being directed by Stephen Caple Jr., who directed Creed 2. The full title will be Transformers Rise of the Beasts, being made by Paramount. It's said that Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback will star in the movie. It is set in 1994. We have heard, there has been word on bloodydisgusting.com, great site, that the central character will still be Optimus Prime, but they've mentioned it will be G1 Optimus Prime. So proper Optimus Prime, like we saw glimpsed in Bumblebee, and that'd be perfect. Producer Lorenzo de Bonaventura, what a great name, teased during an event, according to @the Eric Goldman on Twitter, there are Decepticons in this movie, but Terracons are the leading villains. So, a synopsis apparently is allegedly returning to the action and spectacle that first captured moviegoers around the world 14 years ago. Not really. Transformers Rise of the Beast will take audiences on a 90s globe-trotting adventure and introduce the Maximals, Predacons and Terracons to the existing battle on Earth between Autobots and Decepticons. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how audiences take to this, because the Beast Wars cartoons and the toys were from an era where Transformers was very much past its prime, if you'll excuse the unintentional for once pun there. Yeah, it felt like a bit of a last gasp. They attempted to bring the line back with Generation 2, which didn't really work out very well, and Beast Wars was a new take on it, using animals, dinosaurs and so on instead of the usual vehicles. So it'd be interesting to see how a modern audience takes to this. I certainly hope it's going to look better than the 90s cartoon did with the less than cutting edge animation, but it was fine for the time. Peter Cullen is supposed to be back again voicing Optimus Prime. Bumblebee and some other classics will be there. So it is essentially a follow-on from Bumblebee rather than a continuation of the series that we saw come to a very odd end with The Last Knight. There are other mentions on Empire Online. There are mentions of a lot of other Transformers coming to this. RC is showing up with a Ducati 916 as a car shape. I hope she looks great. We need a proper RC in these movies. There's going to be, what else have we got here? Mirage, Scourge, who else? Nightbird, Air Razor, of course, Rhinox, and of course Optimus Primal, who is apparently a different character to Prime. So there'll be two Prime type characters in this movie. Yeah. The director, Stephen Caple Jr., says the intent with Prime here is to get underneath the surface, get underneath the metal if you would, and explore who he is and his experience on Earth. That's great. All we really want from a Transformers movie is some Transformers, lots of Transformers, some battles, but we want some story and we want some characters. This was proven with Bumblebee, which above everything was just such an enjoyable experience to watch. It was not full of the ridiculous amounts of collateral damage and busy CG from the Michael Bay movies. There was action there. There was some classic Transformers. Starscream looked incredible. Starscream was wonderful. In fact, I wish Starscream had been the main villain in Bumblebee, but still, it was a great movie. You were bothered about the human characters, which is something that never really happened with the Michael Bay movies. You never really connected to the characters, and Bumblebee also lacked the crass humour of the Michael Bay movies as well. And there weren't any lingering shots up Megan Fox's backside like there were in the Michael Bay movies as well. We didn't need that. We needed Transformers. We needed the lore. We needed the excitement and the epic scale of what Transformers is really all about. So yeah, this is really exciting. Rise of the Beast, it's going to be something different. I hope it's going to be a smaller scale like Bumblebee was. I hope it's going to be on a relatively smaller scale than things like Age of Extinction or The Last Night, which just got ridiculous. And I would hope it has a script that is above the level of Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon. It needs a sense of wonder. It needs a sense of wonder, a sense of adventure, and it needs to build on the Transformers lore that everyone is familiar with now through the live action movies. But anyway, I'm very excited for Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Something different, something exciting. It's coming out next year, and really hope it's as good as Bumblebee. Let's find out. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.